Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Are you okay? In your neck of
When we dry them up, too cold. No go too deep, you know. Yeah, you have to watch Joe, you know. Our troops, see there? Apple cider vinegar and our troops. Come up right, make them get saturated in the gravy and all of that. Yeah man, YouTube. Morning. And me again, you know. Your girl Debbie from down a yard. Yeah man. Manners and respect. Yeah? Alright? A Sunday, you know. And I'm in the kitchen with them. You understand? And you see right about now. Me I go ask you a question. You subscribe yet? Because you see when me I don't do yourself. I want to subscriber them request it, you know, so you know right away we on to it. We not lay. You understand? So, first and foremost, before we even go to that, we have to bust a blank for the sweet Holy Spirit. So, yeah, hear me not for my kitchen, me not left mouth, you know. So, yeah, hear me? Manners and respect. Yeah. Saltfish Fritters. Jamaican saltfish fritters. You know I say fritters are fritters we say. Watch this. Yeah, in that this I have here, so I have 3 cups. I know I like measure business now, so I just measure it also. 3 cups of flour I have in that. Yeah. We have some saltfish we pick up here. So you see that saltfish now? We pick it up, you know, look on it there. See there? We pick it up. Yeah. So we are going to drop in some. Right? This saltfish you don't put it in no hot water. You just put it for soak, preferably overnight. Tear off the skin just like how you say, no hot water. Pick it up, make sure you take out all of the bone them because these have fritters. Yeah? Scoop him in. In there. Yeah. See it? We have some scallion and some scotch bonnet pepper in there. We have some tomato right in. You see fritters? We have some garlic where we are going to grate. I'm going to pinch up the little, pinch out the little edge here. Whoops. I'm your little girl. We grate her in a little garlic. Yup. Right in there. Yes. Some black pepper, a little black pepper. Look how good I look because fritters if you have in black pepper. And you're starting, not more, you don't want nothing more in a saltfish fritters. So we are going to start mixing up first. Get all the little something here, incorporated in the dry flour. But in the meantime, we are going to chop with flavor. You understand? I'm going to use some water. Yeah, for blend. But we are get them little wet something here round in a little dry something here. Now try what I water one time in a little, you know, you say alternately. Well we say little. See him there? Tell them about that spoon here, you know. Come more water. And I want my oil too at that when it drop in a heat, you know. You have to sight when it start pop like a dandish and the apple. You see? When that get hot, a little water get in it. You pop in. Pop. We start beat now. Some people put a egg, break an egg, and put bacon. Me not do that thing, the mama. So me know fritters make. Right. For real, remember me not ramp with the story, you know. You don't know that too. But look here. Can't put him in yet, you know, the saltfish salt. So sometimes the saltfish soak out too much and we don't have enough salt. So watch it now. I feel fritters in and people sitting and feel it sitting. You just go so. Ain't good. But we are going to take a oops. Asa. back in 9. Oops. Answer. See me? See me? See me? See me? Also fritters butter fi look. See eh? Sunday morning breakfast at Jamaica in the kitchen, yeah? Fritters. See there? That's ready. Now chop with flame. Yeah, go taste him. Can't click on more. Yes, me I tell you right away, you know. I want my subscriber them right away request the Saltfish Fritters, you know. You have a friend from high school, you know. Nah, call her name. She know pick up yourself anywhere you're there. I don't know when you're here, so she there and she could have subscribed and said in for your request and right away I do it. You understand? You think I hear so she there? I know you hear so. Far. Yo. She there chaka who blow mother that see blue all that there so she there. And see it here. For your request here. You know pot. You see that little test player? We take him out, car. You don't figure long back. Whoop! You see the aisle, you see the eat, you see the eat. Watch me now. In 1. Two. Give them a little space. If they enjoy, you know, when they done fry them crispy, you just broke them off. When you say crispy, we say crispy. 3. 4. Patia look like he can't hold 5. 5. And look here. We know if we run fritters pot. So watch here. We have put one little mini one in our middle there. So boom. Yep. Fritters are frying. Not chop your flame. Listen to me now. Sunday morning and some breakfast we are look about around here. You hear me say? I like the same thing I come out every day. I talk to you. If you don't subscribe to the channel, start right about now. Get up out of no bed. Go up on YouTube. Type in West Indian Delights. And I'm me dirt. Yeah. Yeah. So as we go along, we clean up a working space. You see? Because we don't like too much mechanics. We don't say mess, we say mech. Right. I say, this little girl here, she over here, so you don't want anything burning. Burn up pan and sitting there. See her over here, so you watch her because she have to go prep. She not quite ready yet. She not quite ready yet at all. So as you go along, you look. If she are going like she wants stick, this upon here, so maybe it has non-stick and not so me see come. So you think me that she way. Watch this. Hold on there. Hold on there. Hold on there. All we have one there, so we have the remedy feed, yeah, so. You see me? Careful how you turn her, you know. See her there? Careful. Because I'm telling about the popping up and the high me now, no. Yes, I'm not here. I could know I do dandy shandy. Careful no way I do it in the kitchen. I've arrived little. You try turn. Oh, because the woman I wait for her fritters then. Yeah, that little one that they go in last. I'm going up somewhere. You watch me, you know, because we can't angle to ourselves in the kitchen, you know. So, let me a boy a stick. Over. Right over. And if you see the color. So, you know, here, Mr. Tuno, you don't want nothing more in a fritters butter. What want to see me put? Alright. Zoom in on that there and show them how fritters looking at when it are frying down at Jamaica. Yeah. As so fritters looking at when fritters are frying. All them the nice way here, them have to make kitchen we now. Yep. Yes, once you see you drop them in a pot, you can't go nowhere too far in it. You're going to get yourself in a trouble. But I watch how you see them look greasy. Don't worry yourself. We have something to combat them over there, so when they come out diaper. All you try do. Try see if you can get them turned. Now this a little mini one, yeah. Come on, yes, I pick up pitney. Look up pitney we just start. I push up 2 teeth. Make sure not bone in it, you know. After them little one this. Fritters are fry. And look here. Look here. If you mix up too much, not really too much, you know, but if you feel like you mix up a certain amount, but a family of 4 me have, you know, so me have to love this little, you see, mama. So if you, once you're done, and you feel like you have excess, but then you feel like you don't want no more, you just get your nice little canister, scrape it out. I'm gonna label it. It's in your freezer. When you're ready again, before you go fry some more fritters, you just take it out overnight, put it in the cooler part of the fridge. At that time it's sweet. Right over here. Right over here. And look a white. Full, ugly color fritters them. Look, listen to me now. Listen to me. A fritters will serve. But I watch not me, you know. Cause we want them come crispy. You go see. You go see where we are talking about. Up and over. Me said me should have put in a little boy and a little picnic. If I'm going them I get trouble. You know the other reason I be them tell be a trouble you give me your coming. Yo. I'm gonna give you away. Now I'm keep you. So fritters enough, fritters ready. So we have a paper towel here, or a hand towel, or a napkin. Anything. Fritters ready. Yep. Fritters done. Them there. Grease, me know, no problem with it, you know. Oh, it's a problem. Fritters ready. So yeah. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. I remember I look boy in there, we couldn't look up but you right there, some never that game with 5. See it there? See there? Fritters, and let me ask you one question. All of you who know about fritters. What kind of saltfish fritters can ready without so hard dough, bread and butter? Boom! Yup. And we not done. You think we done? We just a come. We not done. We just a come. Notch up your flame, yes, sir. 1 keg of coffee tea. Zoom in pan him there, sir. Yeah. See there? See there, YouTube? See there? Jamaican saltfish fritters. Hard dough bread with butter and 1 keg of coffee tea. On today's episode of the Jamaican Cooking Journey, I'll be sharing with you how to prepare some ripe banana fritters. This is the well-known version, but I have another version that I'll share with you somewhere down the line. Maybe the people that you know as healthy on their thing might deem that one healthy. So I know Sheppy Bradshaw is always here, Aline Knight, and I just want a crew of people to keep reminding me to give you that version in case I forget. I've got it there on my list. Okay, I want to share with you that version also.
So the very first thing you're gonna need, hands clean and all of that. Our hands are always clean, but look here. You know, so for the record, we just have to give it a little rinse by. You know how it go? Yeah. So right here I've got some bananas. Not the most big and robust ones or robust ones. They are just some overripe bananas, and I'm gonna be peeling them, but you don't mind the skin because the weather in Jamaica is really hot, and so these bananas are small, but they're called in Jamaica Gros Michel. So they are pretty ripe, even though the skins, they are pretty ripe. When you break them, there are no stains, so they are pretty ripe. So when you peel these bananas, you want to look for these little strips and remove them. I'm going to be peeling a pretty good amount of these. Remember, these are small, so they may milk like 2 of the regular banana. I'm going to be using more bananas than fritters. So what I'm going to be doing now, I'm going to be going now off camera. See how ripe they are? They are so soft. And the Gros Michel is a softer nature banana than the regular banana. You know, you do your thing, okay? So I'm going to be peeling a pretty good amount of these off camera. And if there are any strips, you know, little strips or anything, you try to remove it. This is okay. It's just overripe, so you put it in there. And when I return, you see what I'll be doing next. So I am back, and I thought I'd peel about 7 of these small bananas. So I'll be crushing them. You crush with whatever you have. Potato masher, a regular fork, whatever, you can whisk them out. So I'm going slowly, timely. Remember, I always tell you, family, time does this thing. I'm crushing to a certain point. I'll be using the liquid that I'll be using. Remember, you know, I'm using bananas, more bananas than flour. I don't want it too floury because it named banana fritters. So I'm going to be using milk. You could also use your water. You can use your almond milk, evap milk, whatever. So I'm going to be putting a little right now. Not too much. That is about like maybe 2 tablespoons. Yeah. And I'm going to continue. I'm using the base, the banana as the base because it's a banana fritter. So you do it timely, and you can make sure when you're doing this that the kids are always there, because you know this is so easy what children can have. Okay, so you saw me put that small amount of milk. I want to show you in depth because this is like almost liquid now. So it says it is ripe banana fritters, so we're using, you could use water, did I say that? So this is where we're at. I saw something there, whatever it is. I'm gonna take it out. This is what we have. So you can mash until you get most of the lumps out, or all, you know. You could also do this in your food processor. I know some people don't like go the long route, you know. Now I'm going to be putting 1 egg. It's optional. If you want to put it, you put it. If you don't want to put it, you don't put it. It is going to give the fritters a little fluff, a little extra softness. These are not the saltfish fritters that we would use with a lot of flour, and then we get the crispy crunchy. You ain't going to get a crisp from this. You're going to get a soft textured fritters, more like a something like a, what's that thing, a waffle or them something. It's going to come with a soft texture. So the milk will give it a fluff, and in these we don't put baking powder. So the egg will give it a little extra fluff, but you don't have to. So you beat it, you must beat it properly, so that when you hold it like this, you don't see. So let's go beat it and come back. So you want to beat your eggs until it starts becoming like a little bit on the frothy side. Then you can incorporate it in your banana and your just little milk mixture. You want to swirl it around and all of that. Now you want to put a little vanilla, not a lot, about a tablespoon of vanilla, or a little under a tablespoon of vanilla. If it's more, you do a little more. You want to put a dash of mixed spice. You don't do too much. You don't need too much because your mixture is not a lot. Just a little spice. You also want to put a little cinnamon powder. You don't want to do a lot either because you don't have a lot of mixture. Okay? So the same, just like, yes, you don't want to overpower this thing. And all of that. Now, you want to put a little salt right here. Just a little. Because when you're mixing it up, you might just want a little more. So you want to get it all incorporated. And you also want to put a little grated, freshly grated nutmeg or whatever you have. You know this man is the man that we don't want to hold it in this thing. So this thing is gonna, it starts smelling so nice. Give it a little more. Make sure these are properly incorporated and all of that. My son come. And can I tell you, Dad, did you smell this thing?
Yeah, very,
It
very nice.
smells so heavenly. And in the meantime, you're talking about smell. You want to say hi to the family, Dad?
Hi, family, morning. Good morning,
Okay.
wherever you are.
Yes, we are filming in the morning. So this is the base of your banana fritters. All we might need is a little extra salt. We have got here a little raisins we're gonna put in them, but we're gonna probably add that last. Now we want to start folding in some flour. Remember, no baking powder, so you want to take your time. This is not a tablespoon, so you want to fold in this flour like a tablespoon at a time. It's a timely thing. I always tell you, family, don't be in any hurry to do your thing. Okay? Now that's 1 tablespoon. Let's do a little cutting and folding. So let's do this and return. Okay, so this is my first tablespoon being folded in. I think this is from the banana. I know it is. So you want to make sure you fold in properly, that there are no lumps, you know, and all of that. I'm gonna go with my 2nd tablespoon, and probably we're gonna fold in about 4 tablespoons in this. So when I'm at that point, I'll return and show you the texture or the consistency of what we have. I'll soon come. So family, we went with 5 tablespoons. This is not a regular tablespoon. This is under a tablespoon, so I eat them a bit. So we went with about 5 tablespoons. You know, I'm not putting stuff in the description anymore, but I'm gonna make it this time. I want you to get it. So we went with 5, and this is what it looks like. A frittery thing, batter. So I promise I'll let you have it. And if you don't see it at the same time the video is posted, don't worry, family. Don't worry, I'll post it within the next 24 hours after the video is posted. I've got this here, and I'm going to put in some in there. Maybe all, I am not sure. Let's see how it goes. We want to get some of this. This would give it a little extra moisture, as you do when you use the when you see me use a lot of tomatoes in the saltfish fritters. These raisins are going to add a little extra sweetness, and also it's going to add some nice texture. Remember, some people make this with sugar. I really don't think it needs sugar because these bananas are so sweet. But if you so like your sweetness, extra sweetness, put in. I think we can put all of this little packet of raisins. So do your thing. So we're going to put all of it in there, and we're going to incorporate it. What I'm going to be doing finally off camera, I'm going to be tasting for my salt perfection. Remember, the salt is to bring all these little stuff that we use, the little spices, to bring this flavor together, to get the taste. Whilst we do that, we're also going to be preheating our oven right here on the medium. My stove is iced is 6, and I think I'm going to be preheating on 3. I'm going to be leaving this after I bring it to my taste. I'm going to be leaving it for about 5 minutes whilst this is being preheated, and I'll return. We're going to start frying our ripe banana fritters. So we are back, family. Everything has been rested, and this is what our batter looks like and all of that. It looks so nice, so supple and all of that. We have preheated on the medium. We don't want it too hot, and we want to drop it in sizes like these. And you can go with a little ump. I always tell you to let the saltfish fritters be flat, so you can go with a little hump. And you can make them these sizes. You can make them in cocktail. So the beauty about these, you don't want to get these frying on too much of a high heat. Give them a little space. Let them have a little Try to let them look almost be in the same size. But look here, if you don't get them the same size, don't worry. You notice everything that I've started from the beginning, it's all in a timely manner, family. You want to fry them on the medium until they are ready to turn and all of that, because you want to give this little flour and this egg that you put in there some time to cook. The banana is ripe, it doesn't need any cooking. So we're frying right there. This is not deep fat frying, so we're frying right there. And when they are ready to turn, we'll come back. We're supposed to be having some beautiful golden brown color with that light yellowness from the banana and with that egg. So when they're ready for turn, I return. Must soon come. Okay, now family, this is like a minute and a half on the medium, and I'm trying to turn in the very same order in which I drop them. So you want to flip that pretty color. Do not stick them with your fork. I want to turn in the manner in which, the order in which. So you see they're okay to turn because they are, be careful family, nice pretty golden brown color and all of that. I told you to go slow. Go slow family. Do not be in a hurry to do things or else you won't get successful results. Don't go in a hurry. If you even make a little mistake, you can easily well come back and try to get yourself in. Don't be in too much hurry and all of that. So when these are ready to come out, we will return to you. Make sure you have these nice pretty colors. Keep it on the low, keep it slow. Do not fry them on such of a high heat that before you know it, them start to smoke up the place, the smoke detector goes off, the fabricate is down the street, wah, 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 all because of some banana fritters. Must soon come. Okay, now family, when you gotta turn them sometimes until you get all of this little whitish looking color coming out of them. Make sure you're on the low at this point. If the stove, if they're getting too high, you turn your flame down. So you want to use your slotted spoon and you want to try to lift it out. When you do lift it, be careful. You want to put it here. Just give it a little squeeze to get all the excess. You're not to be in too much of a harsh movement and all of that. So we have done that. And then the paper towel will do the rest. Me I got to take out the rest of them because I don't want the brigade. Must soon come. Okay, now family, so we are at the point where we have to put in the other rest that we have left. So what I've done, I've brought my stove right down to the very low and all of that. Any little stuff that we have here, we want to take them out. We don't want to leave them for them to start burning. You know, fritters, and from time to time you make fritters, you have some little loose butter frying there. So you want to get your skillet or your frying pan all clean. So you want to put them out separately on the what is this thing here, the grease proof paper. So as they are there for a certain time, you come and then you turn them over to make that, you see what I'm saying, you're trying to get out most of the grease. So you do that and all of that. So keep them on the stove, let them stay on the stove top and keep warm. These are best when they're out, when you have them warm. They may not taste nice when they're cold, not at all. So I'm gonna do the rest, and when I return, I'll have them all presented to you. Must soon come. So easy, so nice, so slow. In Debbie's kitchen, ripe banana fritters done just for you from scratch. Must soon come. Grand finale of our ripe banana fritters done my way. Now they have all been drained, so we can overlap them now to form a little presentation. From my kitchen to yours, from my Jamaican kitchen to your family table, to your plate, and most of all to your stomach. It is ripe banana fritters done in Debbie's kitchen, my way. You can do it your way. As I said before, I don't think that's just me, ripe banana fritters do need sugar. Okay, but if you like your sugar, go ahead, put in your sugar. You can put a little honey too, the texture will be better. Your agave, you could also put a little maple syrup. Take it, make it your own, bring your twist to it. This is best add when they're warm. You could chop some strawberries. In Jamaica we can't find strawberries so much, it's expensive and it's imported. The ones, I guess most of what we see But if you can reach your hand on some, if you're a Jamaican and you can get your hands on things there in season now, some nice, juicy, eaty oaty or oaty eaty Jamaican apple, whichever come first, and a glass of milk, this will be the perfect brunch, perfect lunch, perfect breakfast, perfect supper, whatever. Please do enjoy once more. Now, if me did do it live, you know that see, come, our girl was at class, and she come have an online class to come make banana fritters. She said, oh mom, they were heavenly, the aroma of them going through the house with all these little spices. And yes, what me do, I'm going to leave in the description the amount of ripe banana to the amount of flour that you need. You saw how I utilize the liquid, like the little milk and the vanilla and all of them. Something, don't go too much. If you want to add a little more flour and go extra, make it floury, fine. But this is how I do it. And remember to remind me to give you a more healthier version of these ripe banana. Remember, the ripe banana is natural sweet, you know, it's naturally sweet. Some people might dispute it, say no, ripe banana having artificial sugar, but you never know. This is just the world and how it goes. Please do once more enjoy. If you have liked this video, I think I've talked a lot. Remember to give me a big fat thumbs up. Remember to make sure that you're subscribed to the Jamaican Cooking Journey, to the Jamaican Cooking Journey family, to the Jamaican and Debbie Deb strain, and to the Jamaican mukbang and vlog. When you do, remember to make sure you hit the notification bell. Make sure you press the you press the option that says all, that you'll be informed when we have uploaded these and all other videos to come. Now this is January. We do a lot of cook down in January. We're not doing all par roast pork and roast and turkey and them something. After December, we always go low. Most people at home, if it is so, say so. And then look left back, cook up soups and porridges, liquids to flush out them all the past the way you eat, because some people go hard in Christmas, you know. So as soon as this month is over, come February, we'll be back to making Valentine's dinner and the regular cooking and all of that, right through gearing up into the Easter and all of that. Remember to be you, do you most of all. Love you. Some of these ripe banana fritters in your kitchen. On today's episode of the Jamaican Cooking Journey, we'll be preparing some Herring Fritters. You heard right, Herring Fritters. First and foremost, I want to say thanks to all my patrons. Thank you so much. And if you, whenever you watch this video, you want to be a member of my Patreon, the link will be in the description. Also, it will be pinned in the comment section. Okay? Remember that we have revamped our merch, because I know some people don't watch to the end of the video. So we make them look these little commercial announcement, these little announcement, whatever we want to call them, right here. Okay? So we're gonna be making red herring fritters. Now I have here about 3 ounces of deboned red herring. You could get the boneless red herring, but I'm using the regular one that I removed the skin from. I did wash it with some lime juice, and I soaked it also in some lime juice, and I did remove my bones to the best of my ability. You can also use this one, but if you want to use the deboned ones, but when you get it, you must remember it is salty, so you'd like to soak it in some lemon or lime water for a little period, and then rinse it to get rid of most of the salt. So I'm gonna put it right in here, and I have a very little method that I use. I always, when I'm doing my saltfish fritters, I like to coat up my fish, saltfish. So now this is the red herring. I coat it up in the flour, dry flour. Why? It enables me to see if there are extra bones. So when the flour picks up the dry fish, red herring or whatever, you would see the bones sticking up. And I've showed that to you in prior videos. Now a lot of people would want to say, Miss Debbie, couldn't you show us the preparation of the red herring? I'm gonna leave the link to the video that I showed you how to debone and to pick up your red herring. Okay, if you're somebody that really wanted to go finer, there is also my Solomon Conde. That is a little Jamaican delight that we use. Eat it with crackers. I have that video there too. Go check out my Solomon Conde video. I'm also gonna leave the link. So if you want your red herring to become like that, you could go and see how I do it to get it so, you know, fine. So now I have done all of that, and it seems that I did a pretty good job with this red herring, because you know they have different, their bones are different. It's more complicated to remove. Now, as with any fritters batter, you need some moisture, texture. So I've got here a good amount of chopped tomatoes. Yeah, I always like to use a lot of tomatoes. It gives my fritters nice texture on the inside. Some chopped scallion, could be greener, but look here, life happens. Sun is hot in Jamaica. Now to this, I want to add a little paprika for a little different color. Not a lot, just to turn the color of my fritters a bit. So I would say I put there like about a quarter of a teaspoon of paprika. I am going to grate a small peg of garlic in my mixture. I will leave for you my playlist of fritters that I have on YouTube. Okay? You can go check that out. So, putting in some black pepper. If you have the refined, normally in the olden days, they never have this. So them did have, I would prefer the refined too. But I don't have the refined right now. But in any fritters batter, a taste of black pepper is always, or the taste of black pepper is always a plus. Okay? Putting in some black pepper, especially with this red herring. Yeah, and I think we have done enough right there. Now, for me, fritters must be spicy. I have a family that they don't like a lot of heat. I do like a lot of, especially in this red herring fritters. I think it should be spicy. So what I'm gonna do, and you can look at what I'm doing. If you're somebody like that, that has somebody in your family, you know, that doesn't like a lot of heat, what you could do, you could put some green ones for flavoring and also some of the yellow ones for heat. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how I do my thing. You can put on your gloves, but look here now, you can do it this way too. I'm going to do some of this. I eat, so I'm going to do it real fine and get it into the fritters mix. This won't give it a lot of heat, just a little scotch bonnet smell and something in it. So you can do it like this, and it seems like it's too rough in camera, girl. You smell it already. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this small amount in there, and I'm going to fry one set of fritters. And when that is through, I'll add extra heat. That will be mine. So what you can do, if you have a family that some people can take the heat and some can't, you can fry one set with a little heat, and then when you're going to do the next set, you just add your extra scotch bonnet pepper and a little of your seeds. I like a little of the seasoning. I like my fritters spicy, especially this red herring fritters. So we're putting that in here. We're not going to work on, you can say it rampant. Now we are going to give this a thorough mix. Did I mention that I add about 2 cups of flour in here? And this is for the people, you have some people, they really love measurements. So I thought I had about 2 cups of flour. I would say about 3 ounces of deboned red herring, and I also would say I use 2 medium tomatoes chopped. You saw the amount of little pepper that I use and the amount of little paprika and stuff. Now I'm going to be using some water. I might use probably about a half a cup to put this fritters mixture together. And whilst I do this, I just want to talk. I want you all to tell me in the comment section, have you ever tried red herring fritters? Okay. If you want your fritters, if you're the person that likes your fritters on the soft and fluffy path, you could add an egg. If you're not that person, so you'd put your water a little at a time as if you're doing dumpling. I'll show you how your fritters batter, the consistency that you want it. So I'm saying that if you like your fritters soft and fluffy, you could add an egg to this mixture. Okay? If you like it crispy like me, you just leave the egg out. So what I've done there, I think I've added a cup of water. This is just for the people that love measurements. Some people, they do love measurements. So I think I'm at that point. I'm going to just make sure I have everybody all combined and all of that. And it is looking really good, and I know it smells good. Now, salt perfection. You must taste for your salt perfection. Because I didn't add any salt. So now at this point, you want to give it a little beat. You don't want it too runny, and you don't want it too stiff. That's what I say. So when you come here, you want to give it a beat, you know. As with all of my fritters batter, or all of my fritters videos, I always show you. I always give you the look of the drop. Okay? This is not too watery. This is not too stiff. If it is too watery, simple, you add a little flour. Just sprinkle it all over. Don't put it one place in lumps. Sift out a little and add a little. And because you don't want, when you go down in this wet thing, it start get lumpy, and some other fritters will come up without some white mark in it, like say, you know, some white flour lump. That's not good. Okay? If it is too watery at this point, you'd add a little flour. And more than likely, if it's too stiff, you'd add a little extra liquid. So look at this. This is the drop. This is the drop look. This is the drop look. If you are making fritters for an army, you would want to use more. Quite understandable. More means more. Let us taste our batter for salt. You can take a pinch of salt. Let me tell you something. People argue. I think somebody argued. I didn't know them could have put salt in a fritters. Let me tell you. When you're, getting the salt out of your pickled fish, sometimes you go and too much of the salt comes out. So you won't know until you put everything together. The flour is going to be there. The seasonings and everything where you're going to add the water. So at this point, it makes sense to taste. So when you hear people talk about, most of them could I put salt in a fritters? Oh yes, because you have taken out more than the amount of salt out of your fish. So we're gonna put a little, not a lot. Learn. I don't know, is that a measurement? I don't think so. A dash or two of salt. That's the measurement. A dash or two. I don't have to taste again. I think I am there. Now you see it has this little light color. This is the paprika. Remember, normally when you go and look at my other videos, especially the saltfish fritters, you see it's white. This is the paprika that gives it this color. There you go with the drop again. This is the drop. Crispy and nice. Now if you want it to be a little brighter, you could add a little more paprika. It's up to you. Do you. So we're going to go right on over here and we're going to preheat. We're going to leave our skillet to be preheated. We're going to fry them on, I would say, shallow fat frying, not deep fat frying. We're going to leave our skillet to get all dried out. We're going to come back when our oil is preheated and we're going to drop them. Oh, let's test the olden way, old time way. We don't have no thermometer. We are ready. So this is how we test our oil back then, and we're still doing it right now. So take up our. So you drop it to your size that you want. Okay, drop it to your size. Thin. I want them crispy. If you want them thick, you can go ahead and drop them thicker. I want them flat and crispy. So you can drop them. This is all about you. It's all up to you. So we are frying them on the medium. That is how we fry them. We don't fry them on any higher heat. Why, Debbie? Because we don't want the fritters them start burn up, and when we come, we are run with one whole heap of excitement and fry the grade, and we have to turn them and all of them something there. And when we check it out, it's burning on the outside here. In the middle, that flour is not cooked and all of that, and we are forced to flip them because they are frying on too much of a high heat. Now let's get to that. That is one set. So in this set, we're going to add some extra. Remember I told you, so if you have family like where some people love spicy and some don't love spicy or can't do spicy, now I'm going to do spicy. So it's about you now to know that you are to, what you could do to To make the difference, you could add a little more paprika to make sure that the spicy ones, they have a brighter color. You could do something to indicate the difference of the spicy ones and the not so spicy. Chopping this real fine, and we are going to add this. I have a little seeds, all a little seeds, and so because of here, fritters must taste pepper for me, especially red herring fritters, all fritters. And you can go, you can dig it up with a little notch of extra notch of black pepper. I like mine like that. What about you? So, you know, this is the next batch, spicy. And I say, you can add a little extra paprika. They will come out with a little, you know, darker color, different color, that you can know the difference. Okay? So look at what's over here. Let us see something. They're over here, they're frying. They must fry. They are thin, frying crispy. You see them start get crispy already? Yeah, that's how we're going to fry them. We're having thunder on the outside, so this is how we're going to fry them. When they're ready to flip, we will return. Look at me, we're ready turning. Maybe not all because we dropped some ahead of time. Remember that you put in some paprika. So these here, you want to turn them away from you. Perfect color. You monitor if your heat is too high, you can always lower your flame. Okay? Turning like this. So you try to break them off, as you cannot handle yourself if you're just in the kitchen. Look at these. Perfect with that. You know, you don't want too much of a high heat, so you can just do this. Never normally nice to stick them, but sometimes we got to. Perfect color. You don't. If you want them to go brown, then you can go. So this is where we are. When we're finished with this batch, we'll come back and show you. Perfect heat, perfect mixture, perfect color. Shoot them up camera, bro. Perfect color, nice thin. This flour mixture is properly cooked, like a they call that pizza there, like a thin crust pizza. You don't want it thick and bugger because, well, if you want to do it that way, do it that way. But mind you, you might be eating some uncooked flour. We're ready for removing. Thin, crispy, and you shake the excess grease. Don't drain on the paper towel, they will become soft. If you want to have them crispy, avoid draining on the paper towel. We're going to remove these, and let me tell you, family, you need to try and let me know. The red herring flavor is just different from Saltfish Fritters. I'll do the rest, and when I'm through, I'll come back, and then I'll present. From my kitchen to yours, from my Jamaican kitchen to your family table, to your palate, and most of all to your stomach, it is our very own red herring fritters done in my kitchen. You can do it in yours too. Follow the video to the T, it's not hard. Don't click through on and off, all the necessary little info, little questions that you're going to ask in the comment section. I've already addressed them. I've even given you a little measurements there for the people that really goes for the measurements. Make them. These can go for any season. They can be served anytime. Breakfast, lunch, brunch, dinner, supper. It can be had at any time. Take it, make it your own. Make that mark on it. Do it for your family and let them enjoy. Once more, from my kitchen to yours, please do enjoy.